what I did, make sure I'm recording. So I'm logged in.
Mm-hmm.
And don't let me forget, I need to figure out how to change my phone number for this. So went professionals. I went to deal makers.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to search for contacts that are all buyers or sellers and have completed at least one action in the last 3 years. And I mean, I'm picking like we'll start with just land. Hit located in. I'm gonna do a little aerial search, and I want to go. I'm gonna start like just do the whole.
You can hookups.
Yeah. And this is kind of where. What did we do here? Okay, so find, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Then what?
Is this not pulling up anything?
It's just it says enter a location.
Interesting location.
Maybe Galveston. I mean, it's not showing me anything.
I mean, I don't know why it's not.
I did something. I did something else.
Stuff there, miss?
Well, let me I can maybe show you an easier way to do this.
Yeah.
If you'll go back to the home page.
Let's close this. So from here,
you just click on that company directory icon in the upper left, right there. That'll take you back.
This right here.
Yeah. You click on that.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. We're looking at changing. Well, there has been talks about changing these views as well.
You just go to the properties, all properties. I'm sorry, a little bit more to the left.
All the way. And just click on that.
All properties.
Yeah. So clicking properties on the top tab is the same thing as clicking going down to the all properties.
If you want, you can X out the
map,
the
add,
and then do more map, and then get down to the area you want. And if you want to take off the icons, you can do that in layers. But
okay.
Click layers down
right here, and then up that top search results. Boom. There you go.
And you can draw your polygon however you want. Oh, steered you wrong.
Go ahead.
Let's go back to the home page. We're gonna do the same thing. We just need to go into sales comps. Sorry, sales comps.
4 over. It's right in the middle. Right over there.
Do what we were just doing. Everything the same. So go layers, or you can. If you click on the polygon, it'll get rid of the. Just draw the area. Okay. You go for people that bought land.
Yeah. Any buyers or sellers.
It's property type.
Just make filter it down.
Property type. Left.
Oh.
There it is.
Let's see how many that gives us. How many comps that gives us left? Say 86.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So from there, click list, and you see the buyers next to sales comps. That's going to tell you what the buyers were.
And so, since when?
That's all time. You could narrow it if you wanted to. You can narrow it down to a certain range. But anybody that's bought land as far back as we track.
So these are the buyers of specific properties, or is this going to like total up?
Those are all the properties that within that search for who bought land.
Okay, so let me export this, and then I want to show it because I think I remember Kim doing something a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So these are all the transactions that
for
are
land. Yep.
Now there's another way. If you click on the more button, this maybe was what she showed you.
She exported.
No, but yeah, that's where you'd export it. I'm sorry, go back on the list.
Come over here.
Into the margin, kind of. There you go. Click on that arrow. You should be getting.
That's a back arrow. For,
reports. I'm sorry. In the sales comps, it's up here. Some of them are reports tabs over here on the.
So list reports.
Let's go down.
And the true.
Contact report.
No, there should be a mortgage report.
So
that's what she showed you.
Was
For
she
PDF?
She showed me a list of like the biggest deal makers. It ranked them. Did a ranking of all the biggest deal
But
makers.
it was in that geography, or
It was-
just in
It was
In Galveston.
wasn't it in analytics? So it was basically saying, hey, these are the biggest buyers. These are the buyers that are buying the most of those properties. So those are the contract. Go to analytics.
So these are all the.
That's every.
Yeah.
That's going to be. That should be the
All
list of
land.
the companies.
So are these
in there
buyers,
it'll give
or-
you- now you're back on the actual land. Click on the buyers.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to the, so there's your company name. That's who's bought land in that polygon that you.
You can do number of sales.
Okay, so that's not a lot. Oh, there's 2 pages. Yeah, that's
Still
not a
not
lot.
a lot.
I'll take him an hour to do that. Okay, and then sellers. Same thing. Buyer brokers. That doesn't make sense. Only 7 buyer brokers have done deals in Galveston.
Some of those could have been without an agent, or without a broker.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, there's not a lot of. We're not showing a ton of land sales in that polygon. Galveston that you.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
you took it off land, you would get a lot more.
So maybe I can do a different thing for hospitality. How is it gonna go back?
There it is.
Okay. Okay.
See how that loads.
Which.
Click on buyers.
Okay.
See if that's a different.
So
list.
let's review, just so I can remember.
Yep.
So we went to cell comps.
Sales comps.
Cell comps. We went and found the area that we wanted to. Drew
Mhm.
polygon around. Around this area.
Mhm.
And then we did
List.
go to list.
Not yet. Well, we did land. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can
doesn't
drill it
matter.
down.
You
So I can do-
Yeah, you can property type.
Okay. So I can do by property type.
Yeah, so right now you're in that little area. There's 552 properties we're tracking, or records, and then you can hit property type
Okay.
to switch it down or drill
So
it down.
so this is all the buyers. These are all the buyers in.
Yeah, for all type assets
Yeah.
right now.
I guess that's all I needed to know. The thing that I was go
You may
ahead.
be able to get to it another way. Where we started in all properties, I think we can back into it from there too. So we go back to all properties. We're going to do kind of the same thing.
Go back to.
Click on the CoStar. Click on that properties on the left, far left. Then we did all. No,
Oh,
down
sorry.
below. I'm sorry, you're good.
All properties.
Yeah, all properties. You can do your same polygon again.
So that's kind of the thing that's kind of confusing for me is that the like your general surveys and then your comps are like 2 different things.
Well, yeah, I mean it's very similar, but at the same time the information is different. So when you're in all properties, we're trying to give you more of like, hey, these are the deals that are going on. This is everything that's concurrent. Comps, I like to keep it separate because it's giving you like the history and what's going on.
So comps are not going to have the off market closings, but this is
Maybe
going to
click
have.
land again. Well, this will have just everything we're tracking, so
Yep.
it'll.
There you go.
Property type, click land. So I mean, just what are we tracking as far as number of properties?
So this is.
Let's see. I don't think we're going to be able to get into. Yeah, you're going to get into buyer sales. You may be able to come over to reports here. Let's see if we can get a market share report. Scroll down a little bit.
There's the true owner report too.
Market share. So now, if you want to know true owners, you can know who owns land. That means at some point in time they either bought it or they inherited it, or that's people that maybe are interested in owning land.
So what is that report going to look like?
It's going to be a PDF, so you'll be able to.
You can't export that to it.
No, but you could export from where you were. You had that right there,
Okay.
and so it'll have the true owner on there as one of the fields out to the right. So you could export.
It's like it's on one of those tabs.
Where? Show me.
It's on the. It should be somewhere in this like scroll left.
Why is this?
Defaulted.
Sales company, sales contact.
Sales company.
So those sales. That's not a lot, is it? For land.
And then recorded owner.
I mean, wonder why it's not
True
showing.
owner.
True.
Yeah, I remember we changed it for you. So we had modified the table to show true owner, recorded owner, basically all the info you needed.
Okay. Okay, so
So a lot of times on land, we don't necessarily track we on land. The best way to get is to go into the parcels.
yeah,
They
that's
show
not.
you that. And
That's just showing the.
because it's going to show you who's recorded.
And that's what we've done too.
Okay. Yeah.
That's very tedious.
Yeah.
So I
Just
got
because you're going back and forth, you're tracking who that is. You're getting that name.
Yeah, we're basically going back to the tax records of that land and then doing a true people search.
So when you're looking at land, a lot of times land's just owned by an individual.
Yeah.
Find that a lot. And it may be the only thing they own. They don't do anything else real estate related. So we're not necessarily going to capture that, record them as a true owner, and put them in that little column that had the true owners, and then track everything else they own because that's all they have. They just
Okay.
own a piece of land. So
that's just a deeper.
yeah, if you really want to get to the individual who owns it, but if you're looking at people that have bought land in the past, the sales comps is probably the best way to do it. You can try to the deal makers. I don't know. I've never had much success doing it. We can try that one again.
The deal makers.
Yeah.
So what she did, she was able to do a ranking of the deal makers.
No, I remember but I want to say it was in analytics because what it was saying is that these are the buyers, these are the big buyers in this area.
Okay. Let's try it.
Yeah, so let's go to. Would be sales comps. Let's go to sales comps.
No, you wouldn't do sales comps. I would do it in all property.
In all properties. All right. So
if it's not there, we know how to do it. So,
Yeah. So then
I would just type in instead of drawing the polygon. I would
just
type in Galveston.
Okay.
And then
Texas.
it should be, I think I see it. There you go. Just click on that.
There it is. All right, and let's go to analytics on the right hand side. And let's go to players. It's right above that 1466. Right there. And showing you the top buyers and top sellers for.
Oh yeah, this is what she showed
That's
me.
what she showed you.
Yeah, I never would have figured that out.
Yeah, no, I mean it's again with England.
Now, be curious if you do property type land in that filter box up above. I want to see what happens. Yep. So we don't do analytics on land, so whatever she showed you wouldn't have been land.
Okay, so that's probably because I'm looking for hotels and land now. You don't know anything about the hotel business?
We just
Yeah.
acquired a company today.
Yeah,
What's that?
we just bought a
acquired
company today.
that does analytics for hotels.
Yeah, so
Maybe they can help me.
So basically, you know, we purchase apartments.com so we can track the rent rolls and the vacancy rates all from apartments. As point of view, we purchase STR, which is basically the same thing for hospitality.
Oh, STR.com.
Smith Travel. No, Smith Travel.
Research?
Research, yeah.
Okay, STR.com. Is that it?
It might be. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it.
So basically, it tracks all the data for hospitality. So
Okay, so
see that hopefully.
these are the top.
Buyers and sellers, brokers.
Isn't Tarantino a brokerage?
Tarantino's a little bit of everything. They own a bunch of they manage multifamily. They do a lot of property management,
Okay.
multifamily space. They actually property manage some office space. They do a lot of third party work. But I think Anthony Tarantino, I think he owns some stuff as well.
Okay, and this is not going to give me contact information.
No, you would have to take that and then put it into the professionals tool, right?
Yeah, you have to look at them each individually, see
Yeah.
the portfolio.
Kind of like you were doing with the parcels, or you're just kind of like.
What the heck, man? Okay.
So we can
See what-
try the
see what
let's
the
try
players-
the deal makers again. Go back to that. Just click on CoStar, the little icon.
Properties.
No,
it's under
professional.
Yeah.
Professionals, deal makers.
Let's see if we can back into this. This one's always a little tricky. So you want to search for
buyers and sellers.
Yeah, you can do that. That are buyers and sellers. Don't whose office. I don't know that you really care. There's one. Can do land. And the deals were low. I'll just put Galveston. Your city.
It's a good player.
Yes, I never had what search always. It's like I don't know why it never returns, even though we know there's buyers and sellers that have bought land in Galveston.
I used to use it a long time ago, but I haven't had any kind of.
Did we click on all the boxes? Pretty much.
Well, he was just doing land.
Yeah.
Maybe I
Yeah.
didn't even. Hold on. So all buyers or sellers that have done $1 in the last 3 years, and I didn't put anything, and then let me just uncheck land.
You still had Galveston in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What does it say? Too many results or no results?
No results.
But so at least $1 each, one transaction.
Maybe I gotta
Do
check all the boxes.
no. I mean you can, but I would say instead of contacts, do companies.
But what about the offices located in? I think.
Yeah, but we don't care about the office. So
Yeah, I mean the office can be in New York City.
let's see what we get. Let's see if I show a few.
There's some phone numbers. Every phone number is a lead, right?
And then from here you can it is hyperlinked where you can click on any of those and see if you want to get an idea of the company.
Okay. All right. So let me just kind of so I can. So the first thing to get buyers and sellers we did as a comp,
Yeah, you can do the sales comp search.
and then the second thing you showed me
Was all properties, analytics, players. So that way you can see the top players.
So you went to
All properties.
all properties. We did the polygon.
Over Galveston.
Or I can just do Galveston.
Yeah. Several ways to do the same thing.
I'm so used to the Google,
There you go. Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
if you hit enter, it doesn't work the same way. Why did I do that?
There you go.
And
And then
then-
analytics.
Analytics,
And then the players tab. Right.
analytics, players. Okay. So,
All properties.
all properties, analytics, players. Okay, cool. And then we don't think that the professionals, the deal makers, that's not really a good option for us right now.
Again, we can. When Kim gets back. Yeah, maybe.
Where we're going wrong on that search.
Maybe if she knows, if anybody knows, it'll be her. When she gets back from her vacation.
So the one that the buyers and sellers comp,
Mm-hmm.
maybe
That was when you could export ahead like 22
Mm-hmm.
on the list of 22.
sales comps. So that was
Yes.
is that what I want?
Type in Galveston. And
We did a polygon, but you can type in Galveston, and that probably gives you a little better.
Okay.
You did land.
And we do land, hospitality. See a couple different things: office, industrial, retail, and then
440.
list. And then we can do a list for the sellers. We can do a list for buyers. So we can do buyers separately, sellers separately.
Now you got a lot more on there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You could export.
Okay, so that'll give us more work.
Yep.
Yeah, it's surprising how many people will answer the phone and
Yeah.
help you out. Hey, so every time we log in, we have to get a text message.
Mhm.
how can I change that phone number? Because I'm in an office that has really crappy cell phone service, so sometimes we don't get that text. So we have an office number I prefer to text to.
It won't go to a landline.
It's not a landline. It's like a virtual phone. It's Google Voice. It's a Google number.
You can switch.
You can text to and from that number.
So that's
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna. I can ask customer service if that works.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean,
It's not an easy thing for me to just go to the settings and change that.
no, you have to go to. So I would plan it to customer service because they're the ones.
Okay.
So again, when you scroll all the way down, that customer service is gonna be at the very bottom. That number.
Oh, on the page.
Yeah, scroll all the way down.
Okay.
Yeah, customer support. Sorry. So they're gonna be the ones that kind of do more of that back end side.
Okay.
So, but I would recommend you actually save that number because once you say if you have a problem logging in for XYZ, you
Yeah.
can't get the customer support number unless you're logged in. So it's kind of the catch. So always it's good to have save that to to your phone just in case you
Okay.
do. And so they'd be the best contact if you needed to switch anything out and do any of that back end stuff.
Okay. Perfect. I appreciate y'all coming over here.
Yeah, of course.
How'd you end up here in Deer Park?
I'm here. I started the music school